All right, here we go. So this is my circuit design, um, and it was done for the scooper robot. Here, I will just kind of highlight everything. We have the two motors here. We have a 9-volt battery. We did some jumpers here to connect the rails. Um, we have our um, um, the gosh, there was another name that I was thinking, but this is the H bridge motor drive. It's basically connecting most of our connections here within the breadboard, and we have our ultrasonic sensors here up ahead, and then we have our Arduino here. What we did here is we tried our very best to uh, make this a robot that would be able to be controlled with like an IR sensor and a remote. But unfortunately, I was not able to accomplish that. So what we did instead is we set the code in terms of 200 seconds or 200 centimeters. In this simulation, the ultrasonic um, would not be functioning as I would expect it to, and in my understanding, it would be because there's no physical object in front of it for it to sense. So once we simulate here, it would go for about 200 seconds or 200 centimeters, and it would just stop. And it would prompt us to restart the simulation here in this example. We'll cover the code here, right here. So here we have the pins where we mapped everything, the inputs, the outputs, the power, the trig, the echo. I kept the IR information in here, but I actually physically removed it. Here we see the motors that are moving at a decent RPM. Uh, we have the speed delays and timeouts. We cover here if the motor spins the wrong way, because I struggled to get one motor was going reverse, the other motor was going forward, and I had to work through some of these to try to get them to go the same direction. And Again, this is some of the motor helper struggles that I was going through trying to get some things going there. Um, let's see here. So we have the motors going forward at a speed. Um, where do we put the speed here? Um, we have the speed in low. And for the ultrasonic distance, if nothing is in front, we'll look at the serial monitor here and it'll read the distance 999 centimeters. Um, it is something that is just, it is what it is. Um, we have the IR sensor here that I tried to function. It was making connection, but because I didn't have an IR remote, it wouldn't show this fancy little star here. Um, so um, Here we have the main loops that kind of integrated that IR sensor, but again, I had to remove it. And that right there is basically our entire piece here. Um, Thank you for watching. Okay, thank you for joining. Here we have the circuit board that we were able to put together for the scooper robot. We have our 9-volt battery, our two DC motors, our Arduino, and we have our ultrasonic sensors here, and we have our H-bridge um, connector here, motor, and here we will start the stimulation. We have our code here uh, that kind of reflects where we connected all these pins and how everything kind of works, the speed, delays, timeouts. We struggled with the wheels to get them to go the same direction, but now they are going in the right direction, and that's great news. Um, we have we had some let's see here, the ultrasonic distance. We had some issues trying to get it to turn on and function as in a real life example, but there's no objects here in this circuit board, so it just wasn't working the way we thought. And we have included the IR sensor stuff in here, but could not get the IR sensor to function. And my understanding is because we didn't have the IR remote, and that didn't allow us to work it the way we wanted to. But this is kind of where it's at. In the serial monitor, you'll see here the distance is 999 centimeters. That is because our ultrasonic is not reading anything in front of its in its scope, and it's just going to continue on going. We have our main loop here, which still kind of integrated the IR sensor and the drive forward, and that's about it. Um, we have covered everything here. Thank you.